everyone, welcome back. Nice to see you all again. Haven't posted any kind of lesson videos in a while. One thing that I really kind of concentrated on early on that really helped my playing was getting a flow for whatever groove I was playing. For instance, if I'm playing kind of a medium tempo thing, say like 120 in a metronome, I really concentrate on the 16th notes as being kind of what I base everything off of. And I can weave in and out of triplets or sextuplets around that, or syncopate, play across the bar lines, that kind of thing. But I kind of have that 16th note kind of feel going through everything. And I can end on any one of those 16th notes. I can end on the downbeat, the E, the and, or the And for me, I tend to like to end on a lot of the ands and stuff like that, more the offbeats. Except when I'm playing kind of sextuplet licks, I kind of like to end on that downbeat for some reason, because it just drives the point home to the listener. If you have that pulse in your playing and you're really cruising, fast lines are easy to digest if you're rhythmic and you kind of have nice melodies or sequences that flow nice. The listener kind of likes that, I think. If you're just playing fast with no pulse and just going nuts all the time, it tends to go over most people's heads, you know, that just want to hear some kind of musical phrase or statement to make them feel something. Right hands. I'm just playing 16ths, then I'll weave that other stuff in there while I'm jamming the 16ths. Sextuplets, and when I'm playing sextuplets, I tend to sequence them, and I kind of like them flowing and kind of slam home that downbeat. But that's just a personal preference thing for me, because I like to kind of syncopate all the other phrases before I get to the sextuplet. Let me show you like that line, a line like that. It would be like this slow. Like that. So one thing you might want to do is just try playing nothing but 16th notes. And what I used to practice was trying to end my phrase on different 16th notes, the E, the and, or the and I would try to start my lines on the E, the and, or the not always the downbeat, and really fill the cracks, those notes in the cracks, the 16th notes in this case, in the cracks of the beat. Space is so important. I hear a lot of, you know, sometimes I hear guys improvise, they have great chops in that, but man, they never take a breath. It's like they're just constantly going. I sort of like to kind of tap dance around the guitar, kind of phrase everything, and have that really nice kind of spots where it breathes before you go into the next phrase. So let me give you an idea what that would sound like. So I'm thinking this. I'm always kind of feeling that. And then I'll just try to create phrases with space in between. Sextuplets and things in there, but my picking hand, like I mentioned, is just playing more 16ths. Is in my head, it's like these 16th notes are always moving, and I just jump on the train on the E, the and, or the I, carry it for a while, jump off, jump back on. But in my brain, I'm constantly feeling like 16th notes, 8th notes, whatever, while I'm tapping my foot. And then I just tap dance around those rhythms, grabbing them when I need to, and then doing the sextuplets and different things in between. One thing I like to do to break up the 16th notes besides leaving space is throwing the sextuplets, which you're hearing me do a lot. And they're really easy. If I'm playing a phrase like, I'll just throw in like a 30-second notes or a sextuplet, kind of in this case a pull-off like, I guess that'd be more of a 30-second note because I'm playing. Just throwing a pull-off in there in between the 16th notes. Or I might do this little, so that's what I'm doing, keeping that 16th note going. I'll even go kind of the extreme where I'll play it. That's what I'm playing. Then I'll throw a pull off in between there, like a 30-second note like this, which I love the sound of. I'm picking all the notes but that pull off, so my right hand's just. The sound of that kind of thing. I love different rhythms and cascading lines and things like that. How I developed that kind of flow was really listening to guys like Pat Martino and a lot of the jazz players, the horn players, you know, just they would just have this ability to play these lines straight, like eighth notes, but throwing these little syncopations, and it would just sound so cool and so rhythmic. And the grouping of notes would create the kind of phrasing, you know, because they're playing more eighths. And I used to practice playing through changes, and I would just do nothing but eighth notes or 16th notes, depending on the tempo. And that really allowed me to kind of get that feel going. And I watched an Emily Remler video. She talked about the importance of tapping your foot. Back in the 80s, I watched that. And ever since then, I just made that my staple. And at first, I couldn't tap my foot and play all this stuff. You know, I was like, what's going on here? And I realized I had to throw a lot of the licks I was doing out because it just didn't fit rhythmically. And it kind of reset everything. And then I started to play everything off that. Then I got to where I could just feel that quarter note all the time, play all this crazy syncopated stuff on top, but be totally relaxed. And it really helps with your fast playing too, because you're not rushing. Like I always say this, when you play fast, you're not rushing to play fast. You're just playing lines in you know, in the groove that happen to be sextuplets, 30-second notes, whatever it is over that rhythm, or 16th notes. And it keeps everything nice and steady, and you're in control of the rhythm. And to me, that's what phrasing is. You know, I hear people say phrasing sliding or phrasing this. Well, sure, there's elements of that in phrasing, but I think the essence of phrasing is the ability to have total control over the rhythm, over the quarter note, and be able to play all these different lines on top at will, creating really cool phrases or lines against the rhythm. It's the timing. To me, phrasing's timing. You know, note choice is almost secondary. If you listen to all the fantastic blues players, they're not playing some really complicated vocabulary, but they're playing really complex rhythms, really elastic and that push-pull, and it sounds awesome. You could have like this incredible vocabulary, but man, if you don't have your timing down, you don't have the phrasing, it doesn't matter. So if I had a choice between being able to have control of the beat and really phrase notes, or just play randomly, you know, whatever, but have a really cool vocabulary harmonically, I'd always take more simple with great phrasing. But if you combine the two, that's really cool. So anyway, I just thought I would come on. I'm going to start doing some more lessons and stuff. It's great to come on and talk to you all again. Got my Chastain Voice of the Cult shirt, which is really cool, so I'm having fun wearing this. Been listening to all sorts of cool stuff, including Chastain, and just practicing like crazy, playing a lot, and really having a lot of fun. And when I go into some different subjects, like how much do you have to practice to really play well? What do you do if you're working full-time and you have a family? How do you make all this work? I'm going to talk about that stuff. You know, if you're really pressed for time, what should you practice? That kind of thing. And I also want to really go into detail, which is something I touched on in a previous lesson, and that's the ability to feel, to find the natural way to play something. To me, that's the essence of being a virtuoso or playing fluid in terms of technique, is to find those motions that work naturally for you. And a lot of times it's the angle of the hand, and I talked about if you're playing on the outside or inside of the string in terms of the angle, makes a huge difference. So I'm going to go more into that. In the meantime, have fun playing, keep on shredding, and it's great to see you all, and I hope to see you all again on here soon, and thanks for watching. So until next time, keep on picking.